Let's understand the details about database technologies and our job roles pertaining to or specific to Microsoft. And this is Sai Phanindra from SQL School. I assure you complete practice oriented classes from scratch, right from the basics. Let's connect on LinkedIn to understand more about our profiles and our job prospects. Let's get into the game carefully, step by step. And here it is. What is database? What is database? A platform to store any type of data, any amount of data. When I say database to store any data, you may ask me, why don't we store data in PDF? Why don't we store data in Excel? There lies the beauty of database. For example, you wanted to store passwords. We cannot store passwords in Excel or PDF or other document storage environments just like that, right? If it is database, easily we can store passwords in masking format we call data mask. What is that? Part of our classes called data masking. We can mask the data, like for example passwords. We can store huge volumes of data. Small and big data we can store in database. So let's start loving this new friend database from today. To work with Excel, we need a software like MS Office. Something like MS Office, Kingston K Office, etc. Same way, to work with database, we need a software called DBMS. What is that? Database Management System. I repeat, main purpose of database, huge volumes of data, any type of data. Then to operate with database, we need a software. Just like Excel can be operated using MS Office software, databases can be operated using DBMS software, database management system. And different companies came with different brands of DBMS. Microsoft has SQL Server. IBM company has DB2 brand. And we have other brands like MySQL, Oracle, Sybase, Ingress, Postgres, so on. Hundreds of DBMS brands are available from tens of companies. Let's choose something cheaper, easy to use, free technical support and free updates. Microsoft SQL Server. What is that? Microsoft SQL Server, a DBMS software, cheaper, comparatively cheaper. We'll see how much cost it involves in next few minutes today. We'll do comparatively cheaper, easy to use, free technical support and free updates, and supports any cloud platform. Cloud means remote storage. So here it is. One such DBMS, Microsoft SQL Server, and supports any cloud. Cloud means a remote storage area to store any type of data remotely. Like for example, in our olden days, we used to store our mobile contacts in SIM cards. Now we go cloud, iCloud, Samsung Cloud, etc. I change my device. I log into my newly bought device. I simply log into the cloud, Samsung Cloud or iCloud, and get all the contacts. So cloud is a remote storage area, part of our classes. We need to enjoy database cloud concepts with SQL Server. We call it Azure Cloud. So now let's make it simple, okay? Let's make it simple. Our agenda today, to understand our actual job roles, what we do at our job desk. To make it simple, let's understand this way. DBMS, database management system, is our house. It's our house. Databases are the rooms inside the house. Our house has multiple rooms, multiple types of rooms like living room, store room, so on. Same way, types of databases. Two basic types of databases. Truly speaking, there are 4 types of databases coming up in another 10-15 minutes from now on the screen. To start with, let's have 2 basic types of databases. OLTP database, data warehouse database. OLTP, online transaction processing database, to store live real-time data like live temperature, live stock market, anything live, just like our living room in our house. Other one, data warehouse, to store old historical data like old temperature data, old stock market data, anything which is not live, anything which is not operational, or anything which stores history, old data. The data godown is called warehouse. I repeat again, 2 types of databases, live OLTP database and other one, old historical warehouse database. 2 different databases. Let's see it practically. Let's see it practically on my screen. Let me quickly connect to my Azure account and show you those 2 basic database types first. Once again, remember, DBMS is our house. Databases are the rooms inside the house. Really, this comparison works for first week of our course. Entire first week of our course, we are going to add a lot of ingredients into this comparative item. I have something called SQL Server. So SQL Server is our house, I said, and let's wait. We should be able to see something like this. Here it is. Server is our house, living room, store room. DW means data warehouse. Now, why we are learning like this today? Simple, to understand our actual job roles. Our actual job role, like what we are going to learn, what we are going to do at our job desk. That is important. So there are job roles specific to OLTP databases to construct, design, and beautify the living room. Okay, and there are job roles to construct, design, and beautify the storeroom. Specialists. OLTP design, planning and design and beautification, nothing but optimization taken care by SQL developer job role or SQL developers. Data engineers will be responsible for warehouse, the storeroom. Now, how to get them together in a single screen? Yes, here comes something called BI, business intelligence. What is that? From birthplace of data, OLTP, live online transaction processing database, the first type of database, that's a birthplace of data, to actual storeroom warehouse. We have something called ETL, okay, extraction, transformation, loading of data. I could see few attendees logged in from their mobiles. Kindly connect from your desktops or laptops if possible. We are learning for our sake, right? Please help me. I could see few attendees logged in from their mobiles. I could see some connections from web, mobile logins. Please log in from your desktops or laptops, please. My kind request. Let's put our effort carefully. Let's admire the beauty of technology to our heart. I'll continue. OLTP, the birthplace of data. From there, we are going to have something called extraction of data, transformation, loading. Simply say data
Hello.
consolidations. I'll mute those mics. I'll continue. We'll go for questions, friends, after some time. Any non-technical, our team is waiting. You can also put your questions on chat, please. Let's continue. Yeah, we are into Asian style of learning. Okay, let's continue. Now, once we have this data from the OLTP blue boxes to warehouse, from there comes reporting, analysis, mining, so on. Let's take an example. Assume a banking environment. Assume a banking environment. Here, so what is it again we are learning? Types of databases. OLTP. Come on, friends, everyone, please. What is OLTP? Before we step into the example, please help me. Please, mic with everyone. What's OLTP? Yes. Live online. Yes, friends, come on. Live online transaction
Processing
processing.
database.
Exactly, sister. Yes, processing database. Okay. And what's the other one we have? DWH. Come on, please, everyone. What is DWH? Data warehouse. Okay. What's the purpose of OLTP? To store live, real time, right? Live real time data. Purpose of warehouse? To store old historical data. Simple example. Assume a live cricket match. Ball to ball score, OLTP. Suddenly, I don't want to say suddenly, say fortunately our batsman hits a boundary. What next? Old, past records, longest boundary, fastest boundary, right? These kind of analytics, mathematics, speed of the ball from bowler to batsman, speed of the ball, batsman to the boundary. I think those would be the next upcoming metrics very soon. Okay, they have to be there in a live cricket match as of now. To my notice, they might be the next upcoming, next generation metrics for sure. speed of the ball from bowler to batsman versus batsman to the boundary, something like that. Then put another name for it. Now, I mean, any kind of analytics, for example, score predictor, required run rate, expected run rate, current run rate, right? So these kind of activities need historical data, old data to consider. There comes warehouse. Another example, assume a banking environment. Your savings account, current account, loan account, and your Aadhaar, my SSN, your PAN, TAN, etc. Everything can be consolidated, loaded, filtered, loaded carefully to a warehouse. From warehouse comes reporting, data science, analytics, and predictive analysis, and so on. From here comes the job roles. One of them, data engineer. Yes, the main purpose of our actual journey for the last 10 minutes is to understand the prominent job roles in database environment. Data engineer is one of them. Involves the valet parking service and the parking area of your data, data consolidation and storage. Data engineers. Developers will be involved at the left side, birthplace, the actual storage area for live data. Data analysts will be involved for reporting activities. What is that again? Let's observe it carefully on my screen. From day after tomorrow, we are going to slowly step into queries. We need to start our practice from day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do installation. I need to repeat the installation, address all possible errors, get the solution so that everyone in our team are having their installation of the software in their computers. And then from day after tomorrow we'll start the queries or practice items slowly, step by step. Whatever number you see here is a minimum queries we need to practice together. For example, yes, today we are into introduction, and tomorrow we'll slowly step into installation, detailed installation step by step. You'll be receiving the print copies of these notes. You take print copies of these notes just like a regular in-house classroom. You have the print copies with you before we start the class. This way we can have more orientation and more concentration on the content, right? We know what's coming up next. What do you say? Please, hope you'll help me. You'll take the print copies of the class notes in advance. Yep, please, you'll do it for me to get more content here in our class. Yes, please, everyone, please. Yep, please. You'll take print copies of the notes.
Yes.
Others, any problem with your mics? Please let me know. Please. We have to address it. Please,
Yes,
really.
sir. Yes.
Please. Friends, I want
Yes.
to make sure like we do our best. Please help me. Please help me. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let's continue. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's continue. Yes. Attendees who are not responsive, kindly check your mics. And we are documenting the participants who are responding so that we can provide them the required information. I'll continue. So you'll take a print copy of the notes. You need not walk into your printer every day. I respect your comfort. Once a week, you go to the printer and get the print. It's about 10 documents at once, something like that. Okay, so that we are ready with our file of all upcoming items in a single stretch, single bunch. So we have installation tomorrow, document will be sent today. Take a print, get ready for tomorrow's class, please. My kind request. Day after tomorrow, 10 queries. 2 scenarios, 10 queries. 5 plus 5, 10 queries. Day after tomorrow, 10 queries. Next day, 50 queries. Half century. 30 queries in the class and 20 task items. Exactly 30 items in the class and 20 task items. Level 1, level 2 together 20. Yes, it's a number game. Let's do it carefully. After first initial 4 concepts on SQL basics, then comes something called Excel imports, something called schemas. Everywhere we have queries and tasks, everywhere, for every concept. And once again, let me restate, participants who are responding more, showing more interest in the course, should be given more and more. Repeating it multiple times, I mean it. Next, after we learn the SQL basics, then comes something called RDBMS concepts. Today we are learning something called DBMS. Later comes RDBMS, Relational Database Management System, RDBMS. Something called constraints, keys, priority, etc. with various scenarios. Then comes join queries, and then a meaningful plan, a step-by-step plan will do. Right from basics to constraints, joins, group by queries to Excel analytics. Need for Power BI and other analysis components. We have something called group by, views, procedures, functions, trigger activities. Detailed indexes and architecture concepts. And then we have something called data types, cursors, normal forms, self joins, temporary tables, cascading keys, merge, window functions, and roll-up activities with use case scenarios and case studies. So total 20 items, part of this yellow box. 3 weeks journey. This week, next week, later next week, Monday to Friday. After that, we'll slowly proceed for your next item as per your preference. SQL developer, data engineer, or data analyst with Power BI. Choose anyone beforehand. Over weekends, you'll be given additional task items based on your selected course. If you're into data engineering, we need to have one kind of orientation. Data analyst, Power BI, other kind of orientation from these basics. I mean, task items, there are few common task items for everyone and few additional task items based on your actual enrolled primary skill set course in your resume. SQL is the base, but the actual primary skill set would be either engineering or Power BI. And I need to take you there slowly. Need your support. With this information, the detailed content on the screen, we need to have database introduction, 4 types of databases today. Tomorrow installations. Day after tomorrow SQL basics, and the next day Then comes something called Excel import, schemas, RDBMS, and keys, constraints, other objects one by one. All these elements, the primary prerequisites to step into the next module activities. Complete detailed course curriculum to be sent to you on email. Let's step into our actual class notes of today's session, that is database introduction. You will be receiving the print copy anyway. Let's understand slowly, step by step. Database, a platform to store any type of data, any amount of data in a secured, faster, organized format. And there are 4 different types of databases: OLTP, online transaction processing database, to store live real-time data, live temperature. Our starting point from day after tomorrow. Data warehouse, to store old historical data like past temperature data. SQL developers will be involved in OLTP. Data engineers will be involved in data warehouse databases. Number 2 on my screen, data warehouse. So cloud computing, ETL, big data comes under data engineering. I'll just document this way: cloud computing and ETL and big data operations. All these 3 come under data engineering activities, DP203 certification. OLAP, online analytical processing database for predictive analysis and forecasts. Something called BI developers, MSBI developers. They take care of OLAP activities. BI developers responsible for OLAP databases and deep learning activities. HTAP, hybrid transactional analytical databases. Even these would be taken care by BI developers like Azure BI. That's a combination of OLTP plus data warehouse plus OLAP. And I'll put this way: data analysts responsible to design reports and dashboards. Exam code PL300 from Microsoft. So we have prominent job roles: developers, OLTP, engineers, warehouse, analysts, reports and dashboards. Friends, we'll go for questions in another 5 minutes. I'm just giving a recap of what we learned so far for last 30 minutes. Just a recap. We are learning what is database, types of database. Now, very important new point here: how to touch database, how to play with database. SQL, a communication platform to operate on any database. A variant of SQL. SQL stands for structured query language. Though they term it as language, nice user interface and easy drag and drop features now. A variant of SQL called MSSQL, Microsoft SQL, also called TSQL, to store and work with Microsoft SQL databases. You may ask me difference between SQL and MS SQL. Answer is very simple. To talk to any database, we need SQL. To talk to databases stored inside Microsoft SQL Server, we have MS SQL. Simple again. To talk to any computer, we need OS. Windows is a brand of OS. iPhone is a brand of mobile. MS SQL is a brand of SQL. And here it is. To talk to any database, we use SQL. To talk to databases inside Microsoft SQL, Microsoft SQL Server software, we need MS SQL or TSQL. Now, how to work with this? We need something called DBMS, Database Management System. It's a software to design, manage, administer OLTP, data warehouse, OLAP, history AP databases. One such DBMS from Microsoft SQL Server, very user friendly, cheaper and free support, about $24,500 per processor licensing fee. $24,500 per processor licensing fee. In our classes from tomorrow, we are going to work with latest versions of SQL Server 2022 and 2019. Mostly 2022. Majority examples. Few additional examples like linking of servers will use 2019 also. Editions of SQL Server. The editions of SQL Server, we have Developer Edition, Evaluation, Express editions. These are free. Developer lifelong free. Evaluation 6 months trial. And we have Enterprise, Data Center, Standard editions. Pricing is involved. For our classes, you will be working on Developer Edition. I shall guide you how to get this installed in your computer. So we need to have Windows 8 or higher operating system from your end. 6 gig RAM or higher. If you are using MacBook, please enable Windows inside your Mac or install any virtual machine. For details about these configurations, you may WhatsApp me directly on this number or you may contact our team also. Material, notes, FAQs, and we have weekly mock tests by our team, mock tests on mail, as well as daily assignments. I will take care. Weekly mock tests, we have dedicated team who take care of it. So in case, if possible, try to participate in those weekly mock tests also. Our team would be giving a WhatsApp message, and if you are fine with it, they'll be having a call immediately for mock test on the weekends as per your comfortable time. Usually India time morning, say 6 a.m. to evening 10 p.m. in between. Next, what we are learning now, we are understanding slowly what is database and types of databases, our job roles, SQL, MS SQL, the variation. We'll start with SQL first, slowly step into MS SQL next. So Windows 8 or higher is required and no additional prerequisites. We'll start from the very scratch carefully. So these are the points today. I shall send you this small Word document and a small set of questions from today's class. Let's have daily assignments. right from today, so that we can get ourselves oriented towards our course for best results. Everyday assignments, let's make it habituated from today itself. Throughout the course, we'll do it slowly, step by step. And any further questions, clarifications, over to you now. We'll start it slowly, step by step tomorrow to step into SQL, playing with database. So database is our actual ball and SQL is a game. We are going to start playing it slowly from tomorrow. Any further questions you can, yes, let's get it now, or on LinkedIn or WhatsApp or call as per your comfort. Over to you. Questions please, one by one. I'll wait. Keywords we learned today. Let's summarize the keywords we learned today. What is database? Next, what are the types of databases? Come on, what are the types of databases, please? Yes, OLTP.
DWH, OLAP.
Yes, exactly. Yes, yes. Then we have item number 3. Come on, what are the next? What's the next item? What is DBMS? Then we learned number 4. What is SQL Server? A DBMS from Microsoft. Then we also learned different versions of SQL Server. Like just like iPhone, we have iPhone 13, 14, 15, etc. What are the versions of SQL Server? Like we have SQL Server 2022, 2019, 2017, etc. You'll be receiving the download link today for these 2 items. You will download the software, get it ready for tomorrow. I shall guide you how to do the installation. Please download the software and get ready, please. Yes. And editions. We have something called, sorry, no problem. Please control your mics, please. Let's continue. We have data center edition, enterprise edition, standard edition, evaluation, developer, etc. We need to learn the differences between the versions and editions going forward. Then we learned about what are the job roles. We have SQL developer job role and data engineer job role and data analyst job role and BI developer job role. SQL developer is involved in design of OLTP databases. Come on, what about data engineer? Yes, we are aware of these things. What about data engineer? Mic with everyone now. Kindly check your mic, please. I'll wait.
Data warehouse.
Exactly, brother. Yes, yes. Data warehouse database. Data analysts.
Dashboards
Report.
and reporting.
Exactly. Reports and dashboards using OLTP, data warehouse, and other sources. And this one, design of data warehouse, OLAP, HTAP databases. Last item, we learned what is SQL. Yes, it is a communication platform to operate on any database. From there, 9th final item, what is MS SQL? A communication platform to operate on databases stored in Microsoft SQL Server. A communication platform, or simply say a type of SQL. A type of SQL to operate on databases in Microsoft SQL Server. Next comes how to install SQL Server and how to store data. These are the next items from tomorrow. We'll stop for now. Once again, any questions, please let me know. Over to you. I'll wait.
Hello, sir.